Ever heard of the Josh Barnett rule?
What's that?
It has nothing to do with steroids. Sorry to disappoint you. The Josh Barnett rule, as I was to understand it, was in 2007, I signed up to do Nogi Worlds, but I did it really last minute because I was training Victor Webster and Amir Alam and Rolf Warner King. I've trained a bunch of 10 Planet guys along with Eddie. And I'm sure Eddie would tell you, like, there's a bunch of leg lock stuff that came from like me and Eric Paulson through them to Eddie. And when Eddie was getting ready to face Hoyler, he's like, okay, his leg lock setup that he loves to go, Hoyler loves to go into. He pulls, wraps, goes for Achilles lock straight, and he's got a whole game. He works off of it. And so Eddie would send us videos and pictures about different stuff, and so we're talking to him about, okay, well, how we do this, here's the steering wheel, or maybe use this or that, or just take this apart, so on and so forth. And I'm working with all these guys, and I go, look, Vic, I know you're an actor and you're Mr. Super Handsome Guy, but you train all the time. Like, you're legit. You should go and compete in this. You will only be young enough to do this shit at a small point in your life, and then that window will be closed and you can never get it back again. So you should go out there. And eventually he's like, I'll do it if you'll do it. Fuck. All right, fine. I'm in Japan pro wrestling. All right. I call up, I'm not going to put any names down here, but a major dude with an IBJJF. And I go, hey, can I sign up into this thing? He goes, sure. So I roll in. I'm in the brackets. And I go, there you go. Now I did it. You got to fucking get in, asshole. So he did. And we're in this thing. And I show up. I've got like some Ruka board shorts. Like, they're too stretchy. I had to go buy Nogi. Was it Nogi brand? That was Chris. God damn it. Why am I forgetting his name? I'm sorry, Chris. Yes, I know you if I see you in person. The West Side Strangler, Chris. He was down there in Huntington Beach.
I know you're talking about.
Yes. Fought MMA for quite a while. These kids are pretty tough, too. Anyways, shout out to you, Chris, whose last name I fucked up. Brendan, see, I love you, brother. Anyways, had to buy those. Okay, fine. So now I have my shorts, and I show up. I'm in black belt, and I got no buys. But and then the returning champ, he's got buys, but it makes sense. And I go through it. Went first match by toe hold, and super quick, and then I beat Tom DeBlas on points. And that was a funny match. Tom will have to describe that match because he cracks me up anytime he talks about it. I love Tom. Tom is such a fucking good guy. You have to just talk to Tom. He cracks me up. He said some shit. So we talked we talked on the mat. We talked after the match. At one point, he's like, "I've never heard anybody just laugh while I did something." I was like, I was having fun. But we had a good scrap out there. It was super, super awesome to be on the mat with Tom. And then I wrestled this cat Bruno in the finals, who was a Ralph Gracie guy. And he actually had come and trained MMA at CSW, so we knew each other. And he's Mamouche. I think he's like 6'5", long guard, and he was very conservative of what he was doing down there, and then so was I. Won by decision. Bruno Paulista, good cat, really great dude. He got into a nasty accident in Brazil, really fucked him up, but he's managed to recover. He's teaching. He can't compete anymore, but it's great to see him that he's on the mats and everything. So I got a lot of love for Bruno.
Yes.
And it was, I also love the fact that we could be in the finals together, going in with each other. And so I win. And then next year, you need to register your black belt that it's legit. You need to make sure that your gym, all these different shit start popping up. I'm like, whoa, that's wild. I didn't do any of that because technically I was not a black belt in any way. I had never even trained jiu-jitsu. I was a catch guy. And I start seeing all this stuff like, oh yeah, that's the Josh Barnett rule. You don't just show up and then beat all the jiu-jitsu competitors and get to get away with that. That shit is over with.
Yeah, that's so tight on all the restrictions and everything these days.
I mean, I could see it if there was a concern that dipshits were going to end up in your tournament as a black belt, and it's like, whoa, you're not a fucking black belt. But I can't say that was really the case.
Yeah.
Like, everybody I saw on the mat seemed black belt capable, and obviously, being a black belt in jiu-jitsu has it definitely does have weight, because jiu-jitsu is it's a merit and results oriented process, as well as the understanding. But you really can't get on the IBJJF mats as a joke with a black belt. I mean, not only would you get destroyed bad, there's not people bold enough to try such a stupid thing.
Yeah, the fake black belts aren't competing.
No.
They don't even go.
They're not going to pay for it, and they're not going to win any money just by showing up. So there would be no reason for it. So yeah, it's the Josh Barnett rule. So you're welcome for all of you that have to pay shit tons of money to register your shit, because this stupid gringo went out there as a catch wrestler and won the world.